What's up, guys? Welcome back to the NFL Cross Twitch stream. I'm just getting a couple things set up. I apologize. So Trevor is updating his game. Fortnite had an update this morning that he's getting hit with. So we're going to go ahead. He's going to go ahead and get that going. I'm going to do the intro, and once he's good to go, we'll hop in a game and get going. So for those of you who don't know, we have Trevor Sikkema at Tampa Bay Trey on the stream tonight. He's going to be joining us. He is a writer for the Draft Network and Pewter Report, which is a Buccaneers-centric website. He is a great follow. He has great hair. Super smart draft guy. Doing a ton of great stuff, both with Pewter Report and the Draft Network. We just spent all week at the Senior Bowl last week, so we'll be talking about that a lot. We'll be talking NFL Draft. We'll be talking some Super Bowl, some Buccaneers offseason stuff, a whole lot. It's going to be a ton of fun once he gets in here, and we're going to be playing some Fortnite while we do it. So I'm just going to get a couple things set up, and hopefully we'll get underway. If he's taking a little too long, we'll hop in a solo while we wait for him. No big deal. Got the Steve McNair jersey on. Rest in peace, our king. Drinking a smoothie. Life is good. It says that I have one comment, but it didn't pop up in the chat for me because I was getting it loaded. So if you sent that comment, can you just send it again and I'll look at it? I just can't see it right now. I apologize for that. Let's see if I can find that real quick. And there's Maya with the early appearance. Come here, Maya. Obligation. Hi. Say hi. Say hi, because you need attention, huh? As soon as I start talking, you say, you gotta know what's going on, huh? Say hi over there. Say hi. 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 Hi, Javal. I figured it was you. The update was a pretty big one today as far as Fortnite updates go, so it might take him a minute. Why don't we hop into solo? I'll warm up a little bit, and I'll keep the DMs open to see when he's ready to go so we can hop in as soon as possible. New sound when you load in. Currently eating a turkey burger with pepper jack. There we go. I'm gonna have probably a chicken patty with pepper jack. I think I'm out of pepper jack. I think I'm gonna have to do some American or no cheese like a pleb. I had some chicken patties with. I'm a little low on the dinner foods right now this week. I didn't go grocery shopping this weekend, so I'm kind of having those struggle meals this week. But I had chicken patty with some pepper jack, some chipotle hot sauce, and a little bit of light mayo, a little bit of Parmesan cheese. It was bomb. Oh man, that is loud. Got through a long day at work today. I had a late meeting, so I ended up being there longer. I work 9-hour days, which is already a drag. I'm sure some of you work longer, so I apologize for complaining about that. But I work 9-hour days for most of the week, and then I was already there longer this week, or longer today because I had a late meeting that went later than it was even supposed to. So that was a lot of fun. I got home and pretty much started getting ready for this. Ready to just enjoy some games for a little bit. A quick heads up to you guys that are watching. So Trevor has an Xbox, which is on top of us both loving Fortnite, is why we're playing Fortnite, because Fortnite's cross-platform. Because of that, though, we're going to be in a game chat party instead of a PS4 party, which means when we load into and out of games, you're not going to be able to hear him for a minute. So if he's talking and we load into a game and all of a sudden he cuts out, that's why. So just don't be alarmed if you see that. He'll pop back up. Oh, we got some up here. We got some lawn creeping back in. Missed my jump, but that's alright. Snow's starting to melt away a little bit. I bet by season 8 that'll be gone. Oh, Trevor's in the lobby, so let's just get right back out of this. Loading, 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 loading. I don't want to see us shine. There we go. We got Trevor. Let's grab Trevor. Hello?
Yo.
Hey, what's up, my guy?
What's going on, dude?
How you doing?
Doing good.
All right, guys. So we got Trevor Sikkema at Tampa Bay Trey in the chat. How you doing, pal?
Dude, did not realize that this update was so big.
Yeah, I didn't either. I got on early because I forgot about the update until like right when I got home, and I hopped on and expected it to just be 2 seconds. So I was almost just gonna wait and do it right away, but I figured I'd check it just in case. Got lucky.
Thought it was my internet, but guess not.
Yeah, no, it's huge. Can you turn up your mic just a little bit?
Yeah. Does this work?
Yep, much better. Great.
It's a little better.
All right, so for those of you who don't know, I ran through it real quick, but in case you're new in the chat now, Trevor writes for the Draft Network and pewterreport.com. Did I miss any of that? Did I miss one? All right, there we go. So he does, obviously, predictably does some draft coverage for the Draft Network and does some Bucks coverage for Pewter Report, which is a Bucks-centered website. How was the Senior Bowl?
Senior Bowl was dope, dude. The weather did not really cooperate with us too well, but other than that, it was pretty good.
There you go.
We had one practice canceled, but
did you guys end up getting game tape for that? I saw that you guys weren't allowed in.
We did. There was a media outrage. People were complaining about that big time because you know, media members, we love to complain about stuff.
Yep.
So we were pissed because they had to switch one of the practices to the indoor facility that's there. I think it's South Alabama's indoor practice facility, and there just like is not room in the indoor practice facility for anybody other than like NFL people. But we did end up getting the game tape for it, so we were able to see a little bit of it. It was a lot of the same stuff, you know, Deebo Samuel cooking people, Penny Hart cooking people, Charles Menahue being unblockable, a lot of that stuff.
So if you want to switch over to duos, we'll hop in the game. But so, I mean, you kind of just ran through Deebo Samuel, Penny Hart. Who are some other standouts that you saw?
Let me think. Who are some guys that were pretty good? I really liked Bruce Anderson, the running back from NDSU, before he got hurt, but he got hurt like right after the first day, so I was pretty bummed about that. He was probably the best of the running backs that were there. Andy Isabella is going to catch like 1,000 yards every year for the Patriots for the next 17 years when Edelman retires, so he's basically just that mold. Reisner was good in offensive tackle. Chris Litchram was good at guard. Reisner was super cool. I love the Senior Bowl because you get to know. It's like the first time you get to know these guys, like behind the face mask, if you will. You know, that kind of phrase.
Yep.
And like Reisner was such a he was an awesome dude. He was very personable. He remembers like everything you say. Like he'll remember your name like a bunch of days later. He'll remember your conversation. He's a genuine guy. Ben Powers was another guy that my co-host John Ledyard actually interviewed Ben Powers, and he said like oh, do you guys like get a kick out of doing pancake blocks and like dominate your opponent? And he kind of just like stared at him like deep into his soul, and he was like, yes, we love it. In fact, if you look over on the sideline, we're laughing at you. We're laughing because we put you on on the ground and stuff. And I'm like, whoa, okay, that's the offensive tackle that I want.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Who else is there?
Did you get it? Did you get the game mode into duos? It still says Team Rumble for me.
Oh, does it? All right, let me move duos. There we go.
All right, there we go. We'll hop in one.
You on computer?
No, I'm on PS4.
You on computer, or what are you on? Okay.
Yeah, PS4.
All right. Wait, I can't remember. Does that mean I play with the Xbox and PS4 people, or does it mean that
I think because it's just Xbox PS4.
Okay. Whew.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can hang with them on.
Yeah, the PC is insane. So what do you think? Go ahead.
No, I said I saw one of your Fortnite clips. You're not bad at building though. You're pretty good at building.
I get that. I've played this game way more than I care to admit, and I have a squad going that has a handful of really good players. So I kind of had to catch up. I was much worse than them.
That's good.
Yeah. Oh, cool. So normally when you're like cross-platform playing and you load in, the game chat cuts out. It looks like they fixed that, so that's perfect. So we've got a conversation going on in the chat, and I wanna get your opinion before I tell you what they're saying. So what did you think of Daniel Jones this week or last week? Nope, there's the cutout. All right, so it's still doing that chat. So you can't hear him right now. Once we get into this game, we should be able to talk to him again. It's just going to be the 30 seconds or whatever that takes to load in is going to be an issue.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Okay. So I thought we were going to be able to skip it, but apparently not. So we have a conversation going in the chat, and I don't want to lead you. You go ahead and mark wherever you want to go.
Let's start at fatal.
But I don't want to lead you. Fatal, nice choice. I don't want to lead you into what they're saying, so I'm just going to ask the general question. What did you think of Daniel Jones this week, and like as a general prospect?
So I actually was probably higher on Jones going into the week than I was when the week was over, because I studied Jones kind of like early on in the season, kind of like right after that shoulder injury came, and I took it with a grain of salt just because he had that shoulder injury, but he was playing decently well after he recovered from it, and he recovered super quick. You gonna land it back?
I'm gonna go house.
Okay.
Gotta do with me. No guns. I'm just gonna back out. Coming back to you.
Yeah, no guns?
No, there's no. He got the chest up top, and there were no guns on the floor.
Oh, rip.
Yeah.
Rip. Ooh, we got a chest back here. We're good.
He's pushing up over here, towards you. I don't have a gun still. I'm gonna check out by the woods and then circle back.
Ooh, he's hurt. Fuck.
No guns back here either. Are you kidding me?
Knocked him.
Nice. All right, I didn't see where.
For you right over here.
All right, perfect. I didn't see where his teammates are. Teammate was. I guess we're in duos. A guy flying in late over onto the house.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yeah, the chat's not liking Daniel Jones, so that was probably a solid answer for them from you.
He was not as good as I think NFL wanted him to be that week. Although, I heard
shots behind him too.
Like, oh, Daniel Jones had a great week because he played well in the game, and I'm like, come on.
He ended up with MVP for the game, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, that definitely shows why teams care more. Is he on you? Oh yeah, there he is. I have no mats. Oh my god, he just got me for 95.
Kind of bullet.
Got him.
Ooh, nice, brother.
There you go. I'm pop some bandies, and then I got here. Take the slurp. I'll pop the bandies.
Oh yeah. Okay. I gotta go.
All right, so we got a question from Jake Cam in the chat. Are the Titans just going to punt next season with a mediocre Mariota, or do you think he improves at all?
Oh, man, Mariota and Jameis, like, remember when they were coming out, it was like, these are like the can't-miss dudes.
Yeah, it was. The debate was 1 or 2, but there wasn't a wrong answer.
Right, and now it's like... Oh, geez, from the fourth?
Yep.
Now it's like, wow, there was totally
Two of them.
and it was both.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh man.
Rip.
That was a tough start.
What? Oh, your target there.
Yeah, all right, I'm gonna lose you when we back out again.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Good questions, guys.
Right,
Feel free to. Yep, there you go.
Okay.
So Mariota and Jameis.
I don't know. I just don't know how much Mariota is going to get better because I really liked him coming out of Oregon. I thought he was like an assassin with his accuracy. I thought he was going to turn into this guy who's just poised at all times, was always going to make the right decisions, and like. The Bucs even played they had like a joint practice with the Titans earlier this summer, and I'm watching Mariota on the other side, and I'm just like, this guy is just not who I thought he was going to be, and it's like year 4. And it was the same thing for Jameis Winston. Like both these guys, I thought were going to be a lot further on in their talent palettes, and so I don't think the Titans are going to punt. Mike Vrabel ain't punt for nobody, so. I don't really think that that's going to happen. Like, they're not going to, like, punt the season or anything. I just don't know how much better Mariota gets. I really don't. And it sucks to say that because I had so much faith in him and Jameis lighting up the league, being the next guys who really get us excited. But neither of – I mean, even coming from somebody who's watched every single Jameis Winston game, he's been fine, but, like, we're 4, almost 5 years into it, and I thought that both these guys would be a lot further along than they are.
Yeah, and I mean, and with Mariota too, you were almost able to make excuses for him every year up until this one, and at this point, it's just it's so far, and it's like, okay, this is just who he is, and you can say injuries, but injuries are just a part of who he is, and it sucks.
Right.
And you can still hold out hope if he gets the right offensive coordinator that he might catch a couple good years here. But I think the idea of him taking over the league is probably gone.
Yeah, unfortunately so. I think I'm
All right, let's hop into this game and then I'll run another question.
All right. Do
that. Jake finished that off by saying, because I'm just saying Titans and Kyler Murray would be fun.
Oh man, Kyler is a topic of his own. We'll get into that.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think there's many places that wouldn't be fun with Kyler, to be honest.
Right.
I don't know why I load in so much later than in chat. I'm going to use the loads time as my personal plugs. So I appreciate all of you guys for watching. If you aren't following me, go ahead and hit that follow button in the top right corner. Followers are how we basically gain attention on Twitch. The more followers I have, the easier it is to find me, the more people will naturally find me, and it becomes kind of like a ball rolling downhill. So if you aren't following me, go ahead and hit that follow button in the top right corner if you're on laptop or if you're on mobile or PS4 or something like that. Go to my channel and you can hit follow from there. I appreciate you guys, and go follow Trevor on Twitter if you aren't, at Tampa Bay Trey. All right, so the next question we had, Trevor, is do you think a first and the Jaguars third, so the Jaguars first and their third, would be enough for Jacksonville to trade up to 5? You're essentially moving down 2 spots and getting an extra third.
Wait, all right, repeat that. There's a lot of numbers there.
It was a long question. All right, so the Bucs pick 5th, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So I think that's why he's asking. So would you take 7th overall and the Jaguars' 3rd round pick to move down to 7, so the Jaguars could move up to 5?
Yes, I totally would. Just because, I mean, and I've said this kind of before, if you are ever picking in the top 10 and you don't need a quarterback, you have the potential to really kind of move wherever you want, because you always know that teams are going to, whether it's a good quarterback class or not. Obviously, it kind of determines, if there's a class like last year where there's 5 quarterbacks that are potentially going round 1 that did go round 1, then you've got a little bit more power, and you've probably got some more offers. But like, even if you look at this class and you go, okay, well, Dwayne Haskins, I don't really know who's beyond him or anything like that. Like, a quarterback is still going to get taken. So you know that that's going to be the case. Tampa's a team, especially at number 5, especially picking like right before where both the Jaguars and the Giants pick, who could potentially take quarterbacks there. It makes sense for them to totally shop that number 5 pick. And so if you can pick up,
I think I have people
Bucks,
behind you.
Okay.
Hear the foot? Yeah. At the house behind us, southeast.
Okay.
Where I'm shooting. I don't think I got any damage on that hit marker. 31.
Ooh,
He's weak. I'm gonna push. I'm gonna throw a boombox.
Kid, second level.
Yep.
Ooh, I'm getting hit from the other side of the map. Kid.
Knocked him.
Another kid might be coming in.
Okay.
Yeah, other side of the map. He's coming in. Our side of the map.
Where's he? Oh, my bad. Yep.
Yeah, southwest.
Oh, I'm lagging so bad. Nice save. I was lagging so bad there. There's a pump here you can take.
Get out.
I have a green AR if you need it.
Oh, hell yeah.
And you're weak. Yeah, some minis right here.
But yes, I think in short, yeah, I'm totally doing that. I'm totally picking up whatever picks I can, especially because I think the Bucks will be in a position to take a guy that they probably don't have to stress at number 5. I mean, Ed Oliver might be the only. I'm trying to think other one because like I think Quinnen Williams is going to be gone. So
yeah,
I'm not really counting on Quinnen being a potential option there. So I've got to think that. Yeah, they're probably going to want O-line as well, but I don't know if you got to stress too hard to pick Jonah at 5, so not any more than you would at 7. So I think it totally makes sense.
And if you like someone like Cody Ford or that, I'm spacing on his name because I haven't gotten super into draft stuff yet, but the tackle
you're a
from
Patriots fan because your team's playing this Sunday. So.
Yep, exactly. The tackle from your Florida. Juwan Taylor. Yeah. Okay, I did have his name right. If you like guys like him, then that opens that up a lot more. And Kyler getting into this class had to have been nothing but good news for you guys. Because now, if one of the teams does trade up, you're not out because it was Haskins or nobody.
Hey, we got kids north on the far building, like
all right.
45. It's a duo, I believe.
Okay. And by the way, guys, that was the other. I knew I was forgetting one. Trevor hosts with John Ledyard the Locked On Draft podcast.
There you go. Yeah.
So if you guys are podcast fans and NFL draft fans, be following that. It's a great listen. 5 days a week, right?
Yes, sir. 5 days a week, Monday, Friday. Ooh,
stinks. They aren't pushing. I got a 31 white on. There's a guy coming from the mountain too. He's gonna third party them. I got a 30 white. Another 30 white. That guy's super weak. One hit. I don't know where his friend went. Oh, they rifted.
Oh, cowards.
They drop right back down. I got 22 white on one of them. They rifted again. They're out.
Are they in that same spot?
Nah, they're gone. They rifted again. There are people over to our right, I think, like northeast. Yeah. We got to move though. We should probably just move. We'll deal with them if they come.
All right, yeah, they might be going for those kind of rifts.
Yeah, I think they just burned the rifts over. Oh, there's still one more guy over here. By where the rifts are, north 345. Okay, I only see one.
Okay.
I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if his. Oh, I think it's.
Die? Did you just kill him?
Yeah, no, I think his teammates. I don't know what he was doing there. It looked like he was like reviving a teammate, but his teammate's not there. Oh. I don't know what these kids are doing.
Look at you. All right.
That kid was just standing completely still and tried to use the tree. I don't know what they were doing.
What is a snowman? What does this thing do?
So the snowman, if you press the left trigger, you'll use it, and it gives you like a decoy that kind of is like extra shield, but you can't do anything with it. So like you can't shoot or anything from it. And if you throw them, then it'll be a decoy. Then it'll if you press the right trigger, it'll throw one as a decoy. So like this one over here is just a decoy. No one's inside it.
It's kind of funny.
I want to get into some Buck stuff, but questions are starting to pile up a little bit, so I'm just gonna kind of quickly go through them. How cool was the Raiders helmet sticker thing in the Senior Bowl?
The Raiders helmet thing.
Yeah. So if you guys, the 3 captains for the Senior Bowl game, I think it was Nasir Adderley, Chris Lindstrom maybe, and I forget the third. The 3 Raiders team captains for the Senior Bowl, instead of wearing, on top of getting to wear their helmets like all the Senior Bowl guys did, they also got to wear a Raiders decal on the side.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was pretty cool. Nice little thing for like the quick leaders from like the short week.
Yeah, for sure. Get to represent a logo really quick.
Yeah.
That's really cool for those guys.
Yeah.
You could just tell that, even just asking them questions and everything throughout the week, they're so pumped to be there and talk to these NFL heads and everything that I'm sure getting to wear that logo was really, really cool for them. So
Yeah.
I like that idea a lot.
I got a med kit over here for you.
Ooh, all right. Don't mind if I do.
Let's see. So a non-football question: Goldfish or Cheez-Its?
Oh, Cheez-Its, 100%.
Cheez-Its, correct. That's the correct answer. Although I will say, pretzel goldfish are an underrated snack.
Oh yeah, no, they're very solid, but for sure it's got to be Cheez-Its for me.
Yeah, I agree. Green Pump is going to be down under me. I'll go sit on it for you.
I got a blue one.
All right, perfect. I hear a chest down here too. Where do I hear that?
Yeah, we're good. We're in the circle, so we're good.
Yeah. Once I get in here and I'm not going to get sniped. Let's see.
Chiller grenade? Ooh.
Yeah, that's new. I haven't gotten to use one yet.
Okay.
Do you know who Blueface is?
That's super familiar. I should know who that is.
He's a, like I've never listened to his music. He's a musician. I think he's a rapper. If not, he's like an R&B. I think he's pretty bad, and he's kind of like a meme. But the question was, are you a fan? So I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
No. I guess not.
He follows it up.
Though. If y'all, whoever's in this stream, if you send me a link on Twitter at Tampa Bay Trey, I'll listen to it when we're done here.
Yeah, he said Tatiana is a modern day classic.
Oh, that came on my Sirius radio, and I was like, yo, this song is called Tatiana, and I don't remember what it sounded like, but now I'm gonna go ahead and listen to it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to listen to it too because I've kind of avoided it because it seemed like kind of like a meme, so I kind of stayed away from it. I might have to check it out too. Javal also said, by the way, he loves LockedOnDraft.
That's awesome, man. I appreciate it.
Riley Allman.
Oh, what up, Riley?
So I'm hoping that you understand this question because I don't. How was Gatsby?
Oh, it was great. It was fantastic. Gasparilla. So Gatsby is Gasparilla, and it is Tampa's version of Mardi Gras for what New Orleans does, and so it's just a big party. They shut down pretty much a good chunk of the city down here, and people get to walk around, and there's a big parade, and there's one or two alcoholic beverages involved, and so it's a good time.
Yeah, sounds like fun.
Once a year thing, so it's fun. Yeah.
Nice. Let's see. And then during the staff, so this is going back to the Raiders decal thing. So he has, and then during the game, Gruden's staff gave out stickers when players made big plays. The dude from OSU got 3.
Look at Gruden.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Shit, man.
I hope Gruden works out. Obviously, he's fun to joke about, and even if he's good, I think he'll continue to be fun to joke about. So I want him to work out.
Right. No, I do too. Obviously, I'm.
Yeah, you gotta love Gruden.
Right, down here especially. It's funny because Bucks fans, I was talking about Gruden, and I can't remember why I was talking about coaches, but they were like, yeah, they won a Super Bowl, but I remember what happened, because the Bucks technically traded for Aaron because Arizona wanted a 6th round draft pick, so technically I guess they traded for him. And I remember saying on Twitter, oh, the Bucks traded for a coach once before. It kind of worked out well for him because it was Gruden when he won.
Yep.
And I had people say back to me, they're like, yeah, and then the team tanked after that. I'm like, so they won.
Yeah, they got
Are you serious?
How many? So off the top of my head, it's probably since 2000, you can probably 10 teams can say they've won a ring, and that's the reason why you guys are one of them.
Probably. I think it might be less than that. I wonder.
That's 'cause, like the Patriots have 5.
Oh,
Humble
sick.
brag.
No,
Humble brag.
That's cool. No, that's cool,
I think the Steelers got 2. The Giants got 2. So that's, I mean, 3 teams have 9 right there out of 18. So
let me ask you, as a Patriots guy, because I kind of know what it was like outside of the Patriot bubble. How well did you think they were really going to do this year?
Okay, so going into the year, I railed against the idea that they weren't very good pretty hard, because that was kind of, people were talking about the defense isn't very good. They didn't really add anyone significant. I railed against that pretty hard. And even throughout the season, I was higher on them than most people. I thought that this year Brady legitimately took a real step back. And by real step back, it's like instead of being in the MVP conversation, he's like a top 5 to 10 quarterback.
Okay, that's fair.
Which is, but with the team that they have and how much they ask him to do, that's a significant drop off for them. So I wasn't broken until they lost to the Steelers. When they lost to the Steelers, I thought, especially because at that time they lost the first round bye, I thought if they didn't get the first round bye, they're done. They might lose in round 1 in the divisional round or wild card round. And then they ended up getting the first round bye, and I said, okay, this team's not losing at home. They were the best home team all year. And it's not like a situation where you can say, well, we don't know how that translates. Like, we know how that translates for the Patriots. So even with the Chargers probably being the worst possible wild card round matchup for them to get, I wasn't concerned. I did not think that they were going to beat the Chiefs. I officially abstained from making a pick because I couldn't pick against them, but I didn't have a good feeling. Even after they dominated the first half, only being up 14, I didn't have a good feeling from that. Like I didn't have a good feeling until Rex Burkhead crossed the line in overtime.
We got a build battle up 25, like on top of this hill.
All right, cool.
Go to it, or
yeah, let's get it.
Out to the left.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go that way anyway, so we might as well try to get in there while we can. Oh, they just finished it.
Right. Oh shit. Come here, kid. Peek out.
Well, you just knocked one to the ground.
We got other kids coming in from the east.
Okay. Yep. Good call out. They just tagged him up for shield. Oh my god, they're way up there. I'm gonna get closer and throw a boombox. They're not focusing us. Come on! My bills didn't pop out. I'm dead. My bills didn't pop out.
Shit.
That's so aggravating. And I always forget how far the boombox doesn't go.
No, don't move.
Yeah. They're not focused. We're gonna get this off.
I got this make it for you.
All right. There's one right here. Hang on to it. There's still people east. Okay. They were healing up. I'm gonna try to heal up and then push. There's a gold suppressed and a gold shotgun here.
Pick it up. I got a purple scar, so you're good.
Come grab the shotgun though. Gold shotgun. Gold pump.
All right, sounds good.
All right. See.
I got minis.
Oh no!
I got tagged.
Yeah, use pop your minis. I got a med kit here. I'll take their attention. Why am I lagging so bad, man? All right, I tagged him up for shield. He's gonna thirst me. Oh man.
Oh shoot.
Nice. Back to the Patriots, though. Javal, Brookboy4 says, if the Tuck rule doesn't happen, then Gruden doesn't get traded to Tampa. Trey should thank his lucky stars. So you're welcome, Trey.
You know, thank you. I guess I'm a lifelong Patriots fan now.
Yeah, but no, I did not.
Let me pick it up.
Oh man, break the yeah. I think you'll have to break that. Yep, there you go. But yeah, so there's minis there. Pop it before you get the full. Yep, right there. But yeah, this definitely felt like the year that things were different. I didn't necessarily think they wouldn't make a Super Bowl again, but it felt a lot different. Beyond even just, it's really hard to get to the Super Bowl 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
So fair. I'm very excited. I'm glad that they got the Rams over the Saints. I think the Saints would have been a tougher matchup.
Saints, I would have picked the Saints, but now I have zero hesitation about picking.
Yeah, I mean the I think because of how they looked the past couple weeks, we forget how good the Rams offense can be. So I'm still scared of it, but I think the Patriots... Oh,
are you serious? Are you kidding me? What are you nerds? God damn.
I was going to say, try to grab the zip.
Oh!
There you go. Try. Hopefully they get focused on each other. It's 2 teams left and then you. So hopefully they can get focused on each other. I think they are. As a Raiders fan, I never got mad at New England for the tuck rule. I blame the officiating. With that said, I'm pulling for the Rams. Tuck rule is also the right call. So it's in the rules. It's in the rules. I don't know what to tell you. Patriots don't get lucky at all. What do you mean? But I do try to not be... I mean, obviously you got to flex sometimes, but I try not to be like the standard Patriots fan because I hate most of them too.
Of course.
Yeah. Shoot out the bottom of his ramp. It's only held up by 1 stair. Oh, he's off it anyway. Never mind. It's you. I think that... Yeah, it's a 1v1v1. So I would just stay at the outside and let these guys focus each other. Are they on the same team? They were shooting at each other. I don't know if they might have got confused. Watch behind you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're definitely on the same team.
Ooh.
Crazy builders. Gotta redeploy to you, right?
Oh boy.
I will build behind you. There's a trapper there. Trapper there.
Oh shit.
That finesse. Just push to the storm. I would worry about the rockets more than the guy in front of you. To your left is the rockets. In front of you is the AK.
Yeah, not really great. Not great.
To your left is up.
Oh no, he's behind me. He's behind me.
Nice try. Nice try. Nice try. Situations are tough. All right, let's get out, and I'll run into another question.
All right.
Again, guys, thank you for following. I'm going to go ahead and bump the channel now that we're about 40 minutes in. If you guys are watching but not following, go ahead and hit that follow button. If you're on PC, it should be in that top right corner. If you're on mobile, just go to my channel. You'll be able to hit that follow button from there. If you don't have a Twitch account, create one. It's real quick. It takes like 2 seconds. You just put in an email and it's completely free. So go ahead and create one. Follow me on here. You'll be able to comment and ask Trevor some questions on here. And Twitch is a great platform, so there's no reason not to have an account. And as for Twitter, if you're not following me on Twitter, follow me at Ryan_Kieran. I'm pushing. I've been stuck in the 800s for a while. I'm almost out of them. I think I'm like 3 followers away from 900. So get me there. Follow Trevor if you aren't. I'm sure if you're here for him, you're following him. But he's one of my favorite follows. Period. Football and non-football. So go ahead and hit that follow button. So let's get another question going. And just another shout out for Locked On NFL Draft. War Crimes Von Butt Stuff said. In reference to the Locked On love, he said seconded Locked On NFL Draft is the best, low hot take content and funny as hell.
Dude, that is one hell of a name.
It's a strong name.
I appreciate you, sir, whoever you are. Oh man, that's awesome. How many days we got left in this season? 29. Okay, got a full month.
Yeah, it's going quick. Just gonna bump the stream again on Twitter, and then so let's see. I think we're pretty caught up on questions at the point. So, guys, feel free to keep sending them in. Let's get in the game, and I'll ask you one. All right. Feel free to keep sending them in, guys. I'm gonna start asking. Oh, there we go. We just got one. I'll ask you once we load in. I don't know why he gets in so much quicker than me. It's weird. But gotta be like an Xbox thing because he's hosting and we're getting into his servers. That's right, Javal. I missed that. I meant to ask him that and it got lost. I apologize. I'll ask him that again too during this game. The Metcalf question.
Oh, hell yeah.
All right, so
somewhere that like Metcalf was like benching like 100 pounds and he was like,
yeah, I saw that.
It's like, it can't be real.
Yeah. So how high are you on him? He says, I know Marino, and a quote, has a hard on for him, but I'm not sure if he's a top 10 prospect like I've seen in the Draft Network mock. So how high are you on Metcalf?
I really like Metcalf. Metcalf's really good. I think he's not. I don't think he's like, you know, like Julio Jones level or something where it's like a guy that you're for sure taking with a top 10 pick. But like for a team like Buffalo, and the reason why you do see it in those first round mocks is because Buffalo really, really needs a playmaker. And I do think that Metcalf has the highest ceiling of any guy there. I mean, just like speed, size, strength, like it is all there for him. You can tell though that he didn't get a ton of. They didn't really expand his ability as a receiver outside of what he did naturally at Ole Miss. He didn't have a lot of time there. Obviously, he's coming out kind of at a young age, but.
And so, real quick, what does he do well? Yeah, you were getting into it. I apologize, but what does he? So, what does he do well, and how'd they use him?
So a lot of it is like it was just kind of like straightforward stuff. A lot of vertical routes or like a comeback or something. He just did not have a very diverse route tree, if you will. He wasn't like. It seemed with Metcalf, it either seemed to be an out route, a 9 route, a post route, or a comeback. Like one of the four. Like that was basically all he ran. And actually, Greedy Williams went up against DK Metcalf, and a lot of people were like, yo, like Greedy shut him down, like all this kind of stuff. And like I thought Greedy played well that game, don't get me wrong, but Metcalf's only running 4 routes. And I mean, he ran more than that, but you know what I mean, like with regularity. And so like Greedy was basically just sitting, like knew what was coming with him, so there wasn't a lot of guessing, there wasn't a lot of diversification, so he wasn't like setting him up and beating him a different way, creating separation like that. And so that's where I think Metcalf is really, really raw, because he hasn't gotten a ton of teaching with like.
There's people over by grocery store. Just a heads up.
All right, bet. I need a gun.
Here, come here. So that's only a great pistol, but I can bring you to a assault rifle too.
I'm gonna check in here real quick.
All right. I got space anyway. I'll just grab it and bring it over to you if you need it. If not, I'll hold it for now.
Okay. Right. I got some stuff.
All right, cool. So you think in a situation like Buffalo, the top 10 pick is warranted?
Yeah, I mean, like you could
Minis for you over
make a case for it, just because I think that his potential is kind of like off the charts with. Like holy cow, like this dude is built like Josh Gordon. He's just an athletic freak. There's just a lot of polishing up and expanding of his game that needs to happen in order for him to be that top 10 pick.
Hey, turn around real quick. Turn around quick.
Yeah.
Minis right here.
Oh, perfect.
But if you had to take a receiver that's who you're going to bank on for now.
If I had to take a wide receiver who would have like the highest possible payout. So obviously, if you're taking a guy in the first round, that's what you want.
Yeah.
I would take Metcalf. I really would.
All right, cool. Let's see. Any chance Josh Jacobs, the running back from Alabama, for those who don't know, makes it to the second round?
Yeah, I do think there's a chance just because of the running back position in general, and I think that he's got a ton of hype around him because Daniel Jeremiah recently mocked him number 5 overall to the Buccaneers. I think his latest mock draft, and so that was kind of a big, like, holy cow, I guess, big coming out party for Josh Jacobs, if you will. But
balloon guy in front of us. Balloon guy in front of us.
Okay.
He doesn't see us yet. His teammates on the roof. Oh my god, I can't shoot. I beam balloon. I don't think they're very good.
Alright, Bungie. You need a bullet?
Knocked one. The other one's in the house. I'm gonna try to boogie bomb.
Okay.
Got him. Was that your boombox?
Yeah, that's mine.
Okay, cool. I need some apples. So you don't think, so Josh Jacobs, do you think he's going to get out of the first round?
I will just, I'm not sure, but I'll say this, like, Daniel Jeremiah had him at number 5 overall, but then not a single running back also went in the first round. So that makes me think that, like, maybe if a team doesn't get crazy, then, yeah, I think there's a chance he could reach the end of the second round. I would probably say that Josh Jacobs ends up going off the board at the end of the first. I would probably say that. But in terms of, like, is there a chance he gets to the second? Yeah, I do think there's a chance.
So
he's good as hell, though, man. You watch him?
So I've only seen him live viewings, but I like both. I know people have started cooling on Damian Harris, but I like both the Alabama backs a lot.
Yeah, I like
but yeah,
too,
Jacobs is definitely the better one. He's insane. And then, so that kind of leads me into two different questions that I had personally for you. So if Rodney Anderson was healthy, would you have him as RB1, or would it still be Jacobs?
It'd be really close, but I think that's a testament to both guys. I think how good Rodney Anderson is and how much Josh Jacobs has kind of come along here, because Anderson was an absolute freak last year. The problem is that he now has, I think, 3 out of the 4 previous seasons where, like, he's been banged up bad, and so it just sucks with running backs because you never know how much you can trust him. I got a purple sniper for you. And
I got one.
Oh, okay.
What is it? Is it suppressed or heavy?
It's a suppressed.
Yeah, I got one.
But there's a big pot also downtown.
Oh, perfect. Oh yeah, I have minis. I don't know why I haven't popped them already.
So I think that talent-wise, I think those two dudes would be first-round running backs if they were both healthy in this class.
We got a plane coming. Oh, purple pump in here. I just dropped a green pump if you don't have one.
Oh, I got a purple one.
All right, perfect. Where's that full pot?
It was upstairs next to where the sniper was.
Oh, okay. I'm blind with it. I'm blind sometimes. I probably just walked right by it. Yep, I got it. All right, and then my other running back related question is, why does Ronald Jones like to hurt my feelings?
Oh my God, your feelings, dude. Your feelings.
Oh, I loved Ronald Jones so much. Is it over for him, or are you holding out hope for a year 2?
No, it's not over for him, but he just needs to, like, the dude needs to get some confidence. Now, I will say this too: Bucs O-line sucked ass last year. I don't think there's any way around it. They were a bottom 5 unit in the NFL when it came to just, like, overall execution as a group. So that really didn't help him. You could clearly see that a lot of the times Ronald Jones would even get the ball. Yes, even though he was timid, even though he was kind of shy with hitting certain holes, there was not a lot there for him. And so I've got to think that because of that, you can't really give up on him. But trust me, they're going to go into training camp and they're going to have a couple of more running backs on the roster that are going to be new faces in Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Like, if Ronald Jones sucks in training camp, I mean, like, they'll cut him. You know, like, if he can't make it, he can't make it. So
yeah,
it's not over for him, but was not a fun first.
I was a huge Rojo fan coming in. So I mean, because I'm not a crazy person, Barkley and Geis were my top 2 last year, but Jones was like a not super distant third. That if we're talking about like how I viewed him before this season and how I view the running backs right now, he probably would be running back 1 for me.
Ooh,
right there with like Jacobs and Anderson. I was a huge. I thought we had next LaShawn McCoy. There's guys floating in right here behind you.
Yeah. Up on the.
Oh, playing this like a bot, hoping to get a snipe off. Oh, and then I got sniped. Oh, I suck. They're not bad.
Oh shit! Oh damn! He got me.
Oh no! All right,
box me in.
Oh, I knocked him right as his teammate got behind me. Oh,
damn!
I need to aim that, and his teammate was pretty weak too, man. I need to aim that faster so I could turn around. So that actually leads me to another quick. Actually, here let's fly through some of these quick ones. Leon 39, Rams or Patriots? I think we both agreed Patriots, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we can.
Patriots.
We can maybe circle back to some Super Bowl. I still got a bunch of Bucks and draft questions I want to get to, so I'm not sure if we'll have time to get super into it. But yeah, I think we're both firmly on the Patriots. Who are some day 3 guards I need to know about?
Oh, day 3 guards. Ben Powers makes it, or Ben Powers and Drew Samia make it to day 3. Those are 2 guys from Oklahoma that immediately pop out to me. Eric McCoy from Texas A&M. He was a center at the Senior Bowl. He was really nice, and you got to be interchangeable if you're an interior offensive lineman, so I assume that he could probably play any of the spots. Who else? Thinking off the top of my head. Chris Lindstrom will be long gone. He won't be a day 3 guy.
Is he getting round 1 buzz, or is he pretty firmly a day 2 guy?
Yeah, he's getting a little bit of round 1 buzz, I think. He had a nice Senior Bowl, so he could, like, for example, the Vikings are a team that really needs some interior offensive line help, that if they want to reach for a guy, it's not too much of a reach, but if they want to take need as a really big base for the reason why they're picking early in the late in the first round, that makes sense there. Those are the ones that just pop out to me. I'd have to look more at the list, I guess, to think about truly day 3 guys. I don't know where Michael Dieter goes from Wisconsin, but if he ends up lasting, he's a potential dude. He's got extremely monstrous hands, which is terrifying, but yeah, those are probably the guys off the top of my head that I would think like day 3 guys.
All right, sweet. And guys, we just got a nice little influx of viewers. So I'm here with Trevor Sikkema at Tampa Bay Trey. You can go ahead and follow him on Twitter at Tampa Bay Trey. Follow me on Twitter at Ryan_Kieran. If you're not, if you aren't familiar with Trevor, you're an insane person, first of all. But he writes for the Draft Network and Pewter Report, and he also co-hosts the LockedOnDraft podcast. He's a great follow for all football, especially NFL draft. Great music taste, love A Star Is Born soundtrack, great hair, probably the best hair on Twitter. And real quick, just because Twitch is obviously a little bit of a different platform versus like a podcast where people are going to be listening through the whole time. Do you have anything you want to plug that you're working on right now? And I'll circle back to that at the end too, but just for the current viewers.
No, I mean, you've been doing a good job giving me a long intro there, probably longer than I deserve. But no, man, we're churning stuff out on the Draft Network. I know late in February we're going to be coming out with 2 really, really cool things for anybody who's a draft fan or an NFL fan or even a college football fan. We're going to have a mock draft machine and a build your own big board thing.
Yeah, I'm super excited for both of those.
Instead of talking shit to people like me and the other big heads on Twitter, you can create one yourself. And like, we want to give you the ability to be your own expert. We want you to be able to be a draft guy just like we are, and so we're really, really excited about those. So be on the lookout for those kind of at the end of February at the Draft Network.
Yeah, that's going to be super exciting. I've seen some of the previews you guys sent out. I'm super excited. So since my dog Maya is up here licking up on me and needing attention and wanting to be on the stream, I had a question from a buddy of mine in the group chat. Actually, he just came into the stream perfect. So I know that you are one of these. So are you a cats or a dogs guy?
Oh man, okay, so like I'm a big fan of both, but I've never had a dog as a pet. I've only ever had cats as a pet. So I don't necessarily want to say that I'm just like a cats guy, because that implies that like I don't like dogs, but like I love cats. Like cat memes, cat videos, like just like messing around with my cat that's at my parents' house back home, like I could be entertained for hours. And so yes, I am a little bit of a cat person. If
I had to pick, so I'm allergic to cats, so that kind of makes my pick for me, but I love cat. I think cat videos, so like dog videos are usually like, they can be funny too, but I feel like they're usually more like heartwarming and like dogs like really care about their owners type way, where I think cat videos are just like super funny.
I'm with you. That's kind of the vibe that I get, because cats are very self-centered and do whatever they want, and I think that makes for hilarious videos.
I agree. All right, let's hop in another game, and I'll run through a couple more questions.
Okay, cool.
My baby. And guys, of you for watching. If you aren't following the stream, go ahead and hit that follow button in the top right corner. More followers is how we get more viewers on Twitch. It makes it easier to find me. Once we hit 50 followers, that's my goal right now, is to hit 50. I become a Twitch affiliate, which unlocks a whole bunch of stuff for Twitch. We can get donations, we can get emotes, stuff like that. It's the next step in growing the channel. So if you aren't following, go ahead and hit that follow button. If you don't have a Twitch account, go ahead and create one. It takes like 2 seconds. Just put in your email. Is all you need. Twitch is a great platform. So go ahead and create one and follow me. The Rifu15 was the one who asked that question, the cats or dogs question. He said, "You and Trevor, him and you are the same person, cat-wise."
All right, good.
All right. So I've got a couple questions lined up, but I have one more.
Wait, hold on. How many people do we have in the stream? Do we have enough people to land tilted? Get some entertainment.
We got, I think we got 15 right now. We were peaking around 25. So
okay.
Let's hit. I jumped. Let's hit it.
All right, I'm dead.
I'm dead. So while we're dropping, we got a question. We had a couple questions lined up, but I wanted to ask while we were on the Bucks. Where do we stand on Chris Godwin coming into the season? Because I know, like, he's still, from what I understand, the Bucks are still pretty high on him, but he kind of got buried a little bit this year with Djax and Evans, obviously.
Yeah, he had a down year for sure, I think, but I have not lost any confidence in Chris Godwin at all. I still think he's going to be a man for them. I think he's going to be a very solid wide receiver too. I think he's going to complement Mike Evans really, really well. So he got lost in the shuffle a little bit there because they weren't sure how to use, I guess, all of their weapons. Obviously, trying to figure out how to use Deshaun Jackson the best, which they never even figured out doing.
And he wants that, right?
Yeah, Deshaun's not going to be. I would be very, very shocked if Deshaun was a Buccaneer next year, just because it's kind of an obvious split that really needs to happen. But
yeah,
all that to say, I have not lost any kind of confidence in Chris Godwin. He was awesome 2 years ago as a rookie, and when they needed him early on in the year, he was there. He just kind of he had some unlucky stretches as the year went on, but I'm in no way down on Chris. He is good.
Do you need oh, okay, never mind.
No, I got weapons.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was gonna ask for it now. All right, nice. All right. Yeah, I'm a big Chris Godwin fan, and
do you like him coming out?
Yeah, out of Penn State. And pretty much anyone that Matt Harmon gives the wide receiver seal of approval for, I'm at least going to be in on. But yeah, I was a big Chris Godwin fan. Not as big as like I know Mike Kist was a huge Chris Godwin fan, but yeah, I thought that was a great pickup for you guys. Yeah. There's guys underneath us.
Okay.
I'm down on the ground. I don't see him.
Oh, you're on the ground?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know where he went. I think he might have jumped over to the other building. I hear him coming again.
Oh, it's me. I'm outside now.
Oh, okay. All right.
Chest over here. Yeah. Oh, kids on me.
Okay, coming.
I'm down on the ground.
Yep. I'm breaking out and then jumping.
I'm sick.
Okay. Oh man.
Got Boogie Mom.
I'm dropping down pushing.
How unlucky was that?
Oh, that one's here.
Oh, you got him.
There's another one pushing.
Oh no. Good sandwich.
Oh man, I suck. I didn't get my shot off. I think it was I think it was pretty healthy anyway, but let's see.
Oh yeah, he was.
Yeah. I mean, my pump could have gotten him. That sucks. Pineapple mango smoothie, very good. All right, so let's see. You're Mayock / Gruden. Nick Bosa, Quinnen Williams, and Josh Allen are gone. Who do you pick up for?
Okay, so Nick Bosa, Quentin Williams and Josh Allen are all gone. That's a very real possibility, too. So, oh, man. Trying to think what would be. I think Devin White could make a lot of sense for them, and I think Devin White's good as hell. The question just then is like, how much do you value a linebacker, even a really good one? But I think the Devin White truly, it could be like a big difference maker. So I think Devin White makes some sense at number 4. I think you could get into an argument of Brian Burns or Ja'Kai Polite either, but I don't think either of them really go that high. So at that point, you might be looking to trade down. I know Lance Zierlein had Kyler Murray going number 4.
Yeah, I saw that. That whole mock was insane.
Yeah.
Did you see
that whole mock was crazy.
Did you see the follow up with he thinks Ed Oliver should be getting looks at middle linebacker?
That is the wrong
It's
choice,
a take.
yes.
It's a take.
Yeah, that is a take. I know Lance is the dude who does his mocks. Daniel Jeremiah always says that he does his mocks with his ears, meaning that he does his mocks based on what he's hearing from NFL teams. So I know that's not all just like Lance saying that, but like, holy cow, you would have to. I ran the numbers after using the mock draftable site, and Ed Oliver playing middle linebacker. I mean, I just did this for fun. Ed Oliver playing middle linebacker at what he weighs right now would be in the off-the-charts 99th percentile for any middle linebacker in the NFL. And Ed Oliver's 40 time coming out of high school, just because I don't have anything else for it. So his 40 time out of high school would have been in the 12th percentile for all middle linebackers. So if you are having him play middle linebacker, you don't want him in coverage at all. You don't want him having to pursue the ball really to the sideline. So then at that point, you're just asking him to blitz basically the A gap all the time, which if that's the case, why don't you just
put his hand in
the D line? So,
and I mean, in fairness to him, he followed it up by saying that at least 2 teams that he's talked to are thinking of Oliver as a linebacker, one inside and one outside. So like, you would assume that he probably semi-believes it, but he's also kind of just getting the fact that that's how teams are thinking out there. But that's just, it's so like, I understand that he's late, but you're more concerned with asking him to gain 10 pounds and how he'll handle that versus asking him to probably have to lose 20 and then learn a whole new position. And then you're still probably only going to ask him mainly to do what he's already really good at doing as a defensive tackle. It's just insane to me.
It's just, I didn't really get the logic on that one, but so for Oakland, just circling back, I think the Devin White makes sense. I guess Brian Burns will probably end up going a little bit higher than Ja'Kai Polite, so Brian Burns might make some sense if you really want to go edge rusher there. And then one of the corners, I like Byron Murphy a lot, so perhaps Byron Murphy could go with that number 4 spot. I think it's a little bit high for him, but I do think that he's a really, really good cornerback. So if that's what you're looking for, and that's one of the big needs for Oakland, I think it makes some sense.
And one of the luxuries for the Raiders having so many drafts, obviously their other 2 first-round picks are later in the round, so they probably want to make sure that they just get the best guy at 4. I mean, that should be their philosophy anyway, but if they do want to get a little creative with it, and they can say, like, okay, we really like this cornerback, we can circle back for, like, if Rashawn Gary falls or something like that later in the later in the first round, or we can use those 2 first-round picks to move up again if we really like someone.
Right.
So they have the most flexibility at the top of this draft by far.
Yeah, they got a lot of power. They have a lot of power.
And then you factor in that they, at least for right now, are probably still all in on Derek Carr, like for this specific year. So if they want to trade down, I mean, they have that ability available too.
Yeah, I don't even know how in they are on Derek Carr. We'll see, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, at least this year though, I can't imagine they're looking for his replacement 1 year into the contract, but.
Yeah, would not be a good scenario.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's try to get one more question in real quick, and then we'll hop in. Any chance Kyler Murray pulls a Bo Jackson? I don't think so. Right?
I don't think so.
I think he would have to be committed to football. I think so too. At this point, I was very much all in on. He signed the contract to play baseball. he's gonna play baseball. Like this is fun conversation, but he's gonna play baseball. But
really
as soon as he declared for the draft, I flipped on that. I did.
Yeah,
I can't imagine. It's because if you're the draft isn't like I'll see how, like in baseball the draft is very much like I'll enter it and see how it goes. In football, if you're entering the draft and you want to get drafted high, you need to be all in, and for teams to already be sold on him, he has to have indicated that he's all in. So I think he's all in.
Right. No, I'm with you. I don't think baseball is a thing. If he's going to play baseball, it would only happen if he goes to the NFL, plays for 2 or 3 years, it doesn't work out, and then he tries to just go play baseball. Like, that's the only way that I see him playing both sports. I don't see him playing them at the same time or anything like that. I think he's fully committed to football right now, and I think he is going to put his best foot forward with it and give it his best shot. So.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's hop in the game real quick, and we got a couple more lined up.
All right.
Pink Grizzly Bear, what's up, pal? All right, so let's see. Kelly and Solak, Brad Kelly and Ben Solak are going live at 7:30. Any insults you want me to throw their way? That's from Ren_Daxt.
I don't know if you guys saw this, but Ben was just getting absolutely roasted last week for just one of the normal pictures that I put up of Ben, and somebody was like, how does he look like he's 10 years old from the shoulders up and 50 years
saw
old?
That.
Oh my god.
The ripping on Ben is my favorite part of the draft network as a whole.
Dude,
love Ben.
He plays it like a champ though. Like Ben is such a great dude. He's
Ben's
such
the
a
man.
great analyst. We're very lucky to have him. He's
yeah,
an awesome dude. So.
Ben is like the first. Ben and Mike actually. Michael Kiss, the Kiss and Solak show over there. Them both. I followed Mike when he had like 50 followers, and I followed Ben when he was at like 100 or 200, and like just watching them both explode, like they both are extremely deserving of it. It's been super cool to see. I think Javal, my pal Javal is in the chat. Javal, you've watched all of these. I think I've shouted out Ben on every single one of these streams so far at some point for some different thing. I love Ben. Ben's one of my favorite follows on Twitter.
It's funny too because like I could not pick two contrasting.
Oh my god, it's insane.
Than Kist and Solak,
and they work so well together. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I'm not an Eagles fan. I don't have enough time typically to just follow like specific team content, no matter how much I love them. I listen to basically every Kiss and Solak show. They're just great. They're awesome. But let's see. So, who is tight end 4? I'm assuming the Iowa tight ends and then Irv Smith are the consensus top 3. So if those aren't your top 3, let me know who's ahead of them. But I think that's where he's going. So he's seeing a lot of Caden Smith as tight end 4. But who would tight end 4 be for you right now?
Yeah, Caden Smith would be my dude. I loved Caden Smith. I love Caden Smith's tape. And to be honest, like, I have not heard anybody talk about him like at all.
I couldn't even tell you what school he's from off the top of my head right now.
Stanford.
So, okay.
Like, he had some really nice plays, and I think that Caden Smith is truly that next mold of tight end where you're playing him as a slot receiver, as a big slot, and he can run a lot of different routes. He moves well for a guy who's got big size. He's got great hands. He can extend his arms and make catches away from his body. He's great, dude. I mean, like, shoot, I've seen some tape where I would say that I might argue that Caden Smith is above Irv Smith. I mean, Irv Smith's getting a ton of hype, and it's well warranted, but I do worry about people like watching the Alabama guy in him and going, "Oh yeah, it's OJ Howard."
Here, I have minis behind you.
Let's pause real quick. You know, because he's not OJ Howard, but he is good. Yo, I got a mini for you.
Oh, I'm at 50. I actually just had minis for you. Okay. I can carry that if you want, though.
Yeah, let's consolidate here.
Yeah, all right. Oh, I got too many. If you can carry those two.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Here. Let me just give you those 2 back. If we're gonna have to split anyway, let's both have 4.
That sounds good.
So OJ, that'll lead me into another good question. So how? I can't imagine that Cam Brate is tradable with the contract they just got, but are they going to be all in on the 2 tight end set? Is Cam Brate still tight end 1? Is OJ Howard like what's that situation going into next year?
Well, I think that OJ Howard is actually firmly tight end 1.
Okay.
Like, he was
I would hope so.
Stud last year before he got hurt.
Yep.
He is truly becoming one of the, if he isn't already, top 5 tight ends in the league, and I really do mean that. He's just so difficult to cover, and the more nuanced and polished he gets with his routes and his separation, you're just not going to be able to cover him at all. Cam Brate is interesting though, because they did sign him to that contract, but it's not that binding. Like they could trade Cam Brate right now and have 0 dead cap money.
Oh really? I thought that was 1 or 2 more years away. I got you. Okay.
Right, and so the Bucks have actually been pretty good with the contracts that they've signed. Oh my God, this circle is fucking forever.
Oh yeah, that's high. All right, I hear a chest above me somewhere, so let's grab that and we'll start moving.
All right, hit it. So
where is it?
You know, like Dirk Cutter loves doing the 2 tight end thing, and I'm sure that Bruce Arians is going to look at the roster and not want to get rid of any good players per se, but like if they're not going to run a ton of 2 tight end, it makes sense for them to potentially move on from Brate and maybe trade him for like a 3rd rounder or something if they can get it for him. Just because OJ is so much better than him.
I have a bunch of Jaguars fan friends, and I know that they've kind of floated out that possibility, and I shot it down because I thought his contract was less tradable than that. But I mean, I like Cam Brate as like a, not an elite tight end, but like a serviceable one. So that would definitely be
right. And he's a high end serviceable tight end.
Yeah, exactly. He's bordering on very good if he isn't already considered very good.
Right, he will definitely do what you want from the receiving tight end kind of portion of what you're looking for. The Bucks just have the better player, so
especially like Arians. I think the idea that Arians doesn't really utilize his tight ends is a little overblown because you look at what he did in Pittsburgh with Heath Miller and Indy with Dallas Clark, and then Kobe Fleener and not Dallas Clark, Kobe Fleener and Dwayne Allen when he was coordinators there. But and they just didn't have anyone in Arizona. But he definitely isn't someone who like relies on tight ends. So I think one. I would assume it's Cam Brate, like you said. Would kind of be an odd man out there more than the two tight ends situation. There's someone underneath us, I think, in this building.
Is there?
I think I just heard. Yeah, there's definitely people in here. Yep, outside. They don't see us. I have a grenade launcher. I'm going to try to get an angle on sending one at them.
Oh, I don't see. Oh, no, I see him.
Yep, there we go. Oh my god, and he just ripped me. I
knocked one.
Nice. Oh, and I'm an idiot. I'm a bot. Super bot. I got a mini up real quick.
Got no shield? Got no shield?
Yep.
He's getting his friends. You want to get his buddy? Knocked him.
Nice.
We gotta go,
nice. Yeah.
Oh, I got a plane right here on me.
Oh, perfect. I'm just gonna. Oh, I got a launch pad too. All right, coming.
Wonder if they had any good
I'm close enough. You can start it up. Okay. Let's see. And then another question. So, my pal Sharif is a huge. He asked the cat question. He is a huge Todd Monken fan. So he said, "Rip the goat, Todd Monken in Tampa." But since he's with the Browns now, how scary do you think him and Baker could be in 2019?
I think it's gonna be fun, man. I really like Todd Monken. He was an no BS kind of a guy. It was weird because he caped so hard for Dirk.
We got sniped out from behind.
Where do you want to go? You want to go?
Let's go. Let's just keep. Yeah, this fight's gonna get messy with the people coming in from the storm. So let's go. I don't even really. I hate the top side of the map. Like everything up here kind of stinks. Yeah.
Let's see where it goes.
Yeah, we'll stay in there for a little bit.
No, Monkey's great though. I think he's gonna do fantastic with Kitchens and Baker. Yeah, this is good. All right, so I'm gonna keep going. And he's gonna be a lot of fun in Cleveland. I think he's gonna get the most out of that offense. It was weird, like I was saying, how much that he caved for Dirk Cutter, and I get that him and Dirk were friends, and like he really did respect what Dirk was doing, and I don't deny that was necessarily like not true or anything. But like when Dirk was clearly not able to get it done, I would have expected Munkin to come away from that stance a little bit, and he never really did. So I don't know. I really don't know how he's gonna look.
There's another plane in there we're getting shot at by.
It'll be fun. Oh, okay. All right, we're
gonna have to jump soon. Jump now. Jump. I'm gonna land on the. Oh, we went opposite ways. Do you have people on you, or are you shooting at the plane?
No, I'm just shooting at the plane.
All right, cool. So
where'd you go? Oh, you're right here.
Yeah, I'm over here. Coming to you. So if you could, I'm still trying to get used to like checking the chat and playing. It's hard.
Yeah.
Just to go back to the Jaguars tight end scenario, if the 96th pick could get you Isaac Nada or it could get you a trade for Cameron Brate and you're the Jaguars, which would you do?
I mean, I'd trade for Cam Brate.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. Just because you never know with rookies.
Mm-hmm.
You know what you're getting from Cam Brate. He's going to be as consistent as you could possibly want for a guy like that. And so that's a really good question. It's a fun question, but yeah, I would still take Cam Brate because I think Nada might be a little bit more athletic, a little bit more explosive, but in terms of consistency and a lot of what you would want from the tight end position, Cam Brate has just been so good.
Yeah.
He's been so steady that's kind of what you want from a tight end anyways, and you're not getting a guy like O.J. Howard in the 3rd round or whatever.
I'm popping the chug jug.
Okay.
Actually, you need it more. Come get it. You need it more.
No, I'm hitting these these mushrooms.
All right, cool.
There's shit ton of them out here.
Is Arians going to try to reel in Winston? Taking leading. I don't know what that. Sorry, I don't know what that parenthesis says, DJ. So I'm gonna start that over. Is Arians going to try to reel in Winston or ride the wave of the highs? Okay, I understand now. Is he gonna try and kind of like make Winston more conservative, like the Lions tried to do with Matt Stafford, or is he just gonna? Right. Do you think he's just gonna kind of let him sling it and take the interceptions?
I really don't think that they're gonna tame Winston that much. I think that they're just gonna hopefully get a new voice in his head and kind of teach him how to make the big plays better, not go for the big plays less. You know what I'm saying? I really do think that's probably the way that they're going to approach Jameis Winston. I don't think they have any desire to make him less of a risk taker than he is, just because that's kind of the nature. And I mean, that's also that's why you draft him. The thing is that they've just had they've had too many bad things, but I also do think that over the last year and a half, when Jameis has been able to play, obviously he had the off-the-field incident where he got suspended.
Are you still carrying those nominees? Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 2 more over here.
Yeah, I'll pack them up. I think that Jameis was improving, so I don't necessarily think that they're about to stop that improvement and really try to change who Jameis Winston is. I think that they're just going to try to make him smarter as a risk taker, but no less of a risk taker, I would say.
So I remember reading a story a couple of years ago on Carson Palmer and how Arians, when they were both in Arizona, would take Palmer and have him pick out. So like they'd have as they're scripting the opening game plan, they'd have Palmer pick out like the first 6 or 7 plays or something like that. Do you think that's something that they would do with Winston, or do you think they're kind of trying to be like, okay, this is what we're doing, just you go out there and do it. Don't think too much.
No, I really, I believe Arians and his staff when they say, we're going to adapt to our players. We're going to do whatever, helps them succeed the most, put them in the best positions to succeed. And, that sounds like something here that it's something like that would be putting Winston in the best position to succeed. And so I've got to think that that's a pretty decent idea if you're if you're Bruce Arians, to kind of get Jameis more involved and make sure that he's picking the most comfortable plays and really scripting that first drive, because, like, there's no better team in the NFL at that first drive, it seems, than New England Patriots. And you just wonder, like, man, why do they do it so well? And I think they do it so well, it's just because they script that first drive, and it's so comfortable for everybody that it's almost just like every play works. You're putting the players in the best position to succeed at all times.
Yeah, for sure. And I believe it's been long enough now that I don't remember exactly. You were a big fan of the Arians hire, right?
Oh God, huge! Yes, I thought it was a home run.
Yeah, for sure. You knew that he wasn't gonna. You knew he was gonna end up back in football. So as long as his health isn't a long-term concern, I think that was like probably the best, other than maybe Kitchen staying in Cleveland. If you believe in him as a head coach, which I personally do, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm all in on him, but I don't think he's given any reason to expect that he couldn't continue what he did as a coordinator. But I think that was the top two hires. There's people outside the block. I hit one for 40 shield.
I did not realize that the storm was here. Oh, you're way ahead of me.
Yeah, I'm playing this slow. They're not bad, and they're gonna have to move for the storm too. So I'm not really peeking or anything.
Do you want to go up on this hill instead, like more south side? No, they see them.
Yeah, no, they know I'm here.
I see them.
You just threw a grenade. I'm gonna drop down. Oh, that was the chiller.
Whoa.
Did you hit him?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Oh, 92 headshot on him. Oh no! Got him. Oh, I suck so much sometimes. Oh no! He's telling me. Oh, I'm so bad. Just go storm. Go storm. He's gonna kill me.
Okay.
Oh, I had two different pump shots that would have killed him, and I missed them both. Oh, I'm so bad. I got my kill on the other guy, so I think it'll just be them. He wasn't very good. He was running around. It was a different team, but I was right in front of him, and he was trying to thirst the guy that I just knocked instead of actually shooting me. So I missed, and he was shooting at me with just a minigun. He wasn't switching to anything. He ended up getting his pump out, but he wasn't very good.
Okay.
I missed all my shots. I agree, Javal. Pure water was a banger.
For the stream?
Oh, let's do it. Nice. There we go. Clip it.
Stream. Clip it.
Get that thirst. Oh, I thought you were gonna do it to him.
Alright, somebody was looking at me. Somebody was shooting at me.
Yeah, it was a silent snipe over there.
Damn, wish I had someone running out fucking white AR.
Look to your left again. Over where you knocked that guy. I think that's only held. No, it's on the ground at the back of the hill too. Okay, I was gonna say you might be able to get that down on one shot, but grab those apples.
Yeah.
After watching that, I want to unfollow. I don't blame you, Rendex. That was a very poor display. I would say that's the number one inconsistency in my game, is if I'm not accurate with the pump. Obviously, shotguns are the most important part of Fortnite. So if I don't hit with those consistently enough. But when I'm hitting those, I'm pretty unstoppable, to be honest. But it doesn't happen enough. And there was the bad side of it.
Oh.
Right there. Close.
Trash.
Nice. I think that was the one you had already knocked, so this guy's probably pretty healthy. I think he's dropping down. Yeah.
Ooh. Oh boy.
Nice try.
I should have built.
Let's see. So DJ, we'd already talked about that a little bit, but we can recap it. So does Ronald Jones have a future in the NFL, or is his young career? Oh, he backed out. So we recapped that. I'll let Trevor kind of recap, but we agreed that the Bucs offensive line was really bad this year, and and the Bucs are going to be bringing in some competition. And if Jones isn't performing, then they'll probably have no problem cutting him and moving on. But he's definitely going to get at least a shot to compete. So we got a repeat question in here if you want to just recap it quick, Trevor.
Yeah, sure.
So does Ronald Jones have a future in the NFL, or is his young career over before it started?
Yeah, no, so I think that this is a really big year for him. And I was saying before, the O-line did not do him any favors last year. The Bucs just did not have the O-line that they thought that they were going to have for a variety of different reasons. And so they certainly weren't helping him out, but you could definitely tell that he was more timid. He wasn't decisive with his running lanes, and really his junior year, I think that's just what was such a big difference with even between his sophomore years. Man, he was putting that foot in the ground, and he was going fast. He was being decisive, he was being explosive, confident as a runner when he was at USC. But that it was not always the case. I learned when he was at USC. I learned, during his struggles with Tampa Bay, I was doing some research on him and talked to some people who said, he struggled in kind of the same ways like he did with the Buccaneers when he was with the Trojans early on in his career. So we all know that he bounced back well from that, so it is possible that he obviously still bounces back with the Buccaneers, but he's got to step it up, because you don't get all these chances in the NFL.
Yeah.
Even if you're a second round pick, and especially at running back with new guys coming in every year, different guys coming in off the streets. I mean, heck, Baltimore had guys that were big time rushers for him that they weren't even planning on by the end of the year. So he's just got to turn it around quick. It's not an overform, wasn't a death sentence or anything, but I will say that he has got to get off to a pretty good start here this season.
All right, and then are you a Travis Scott fan?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay, so what's your favorite Travis song?
Okay, let me make sure I make the correct answer. I'm gonna pull his Spotify up.
I have a very correct answer, but I don't wanna influence you.
Oh no.
See, okay, let me rephrase that. I have answers that I'll accept, and one answer that I would answer without even thinking about it.
Oh man. Okay, hold up. I'm looking at all these. Travis Scott's got so many bangers.
Yeah, he does. He's excellent.
He's got so many bangers.
While Trevor's looking that up, guys, I just saw that I got a handful more followers. I appreciate you guys. If you're in the chat and you aren't following me, go ahead and hit that follow button. We're creeping towards 50 followers, which is the last requirement that I need to become an affiliate on Twitch, which opens up a whole bunch of stuff. And just the more followers you get, the easier it is to find me on Twitch, because how Twitch works is when you search a name or you're looking through games, the people with the most viewers and followers are shown first. So the more people following, the more people viewing, the more attention that it gets, and it's kind of like a snowball rolling downhill. The more it picks up, the faster it starts going. So if you guys aren't following, go ahead and hit that follow button. If you don't have a Twitch account, it takes like 2 seconds to make. It's, you just need an email address. It's free. Twitch is a great platform. Watch me, watch for other Fortnite players, watch whatever game you want, you'll be able to watch. A lot of really entertaining people creating a lot of content. I'm obviously the best of it all, so go ahead and create that account. If you're not, hit that follow button. Trevor, do you have a song?
I think I'm gonna be super basic, and I'm gonna say pick up the phone is probably what I've jammed.
See, okay, so I respect that a lot. My answer is Maria, I'm Drunk with Justin Bieber and Young Thug.
Oh,
it's so good,
man. You're right.
It's so good.
Right.
It's so good. So I did.
So you're a Biebs fan. You're a Biebs fan?
Yeah. Oh, love Bieber. Love him.
Okay.
Love him.
Okay. So am I. So we're good. You're in good company.
Yes. All right. The Purpose album. So
Fire.
Bieber blew up when I was in middle school. I'm pretty much the same age as him. So as a middle schooler, you couldn't like him unless you were a teenage girl. And then when that album came out, a buddy of mine, I was in college, the Purpose album, and he was like, this new Justin Bieber is just fire. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, no, it's just fire. So I went and listened to it, and he did not lie. It was fire. And then I went back to other songs from old Bieber, and the man makes bangers.
No question about it.
It's awesome. But yeah, Pick Up the Phone's a great one. You said basic, but there's a reason that it was a monster of a song, because it was just a monster. I mean, Quavo went out and made up a word for his verse. Like, I mean, you got Young Thug and Quavo and Travis Scott. I mean, you can't beat that.
It's hard to beat that lineup, man. It just really is. That's why I was looking through it. I'm like, looking through his discography. I'm like, oh man, he's got a lot of really good songs. But like, I've probably jammed at this one the most. And I was wondering if you were gonna give me like a super hipster answer, that like a song nobody's heard of that absolutely slaps. Maria's pretty good. Not a lot of people name that one, but
it doesn't get because it's not like a typical like party banger. It's like you're not gonna hear it like at a club or anything. But no, I just love Young Thug's probably my favorite artist. Period. And then Travis is up there and Justin's up there. It's just the perfect song for me. It's probably one of my favorite songs all time. Period.
You know, I hated I didn't say I hated, but I thought Young Thug was so annoying when I first heard him. I was like, I don't like this guy's style. This is terrible. And then, what album was it? Hold on, I gotta look this up too. It was one of his albums that I listened to, and I was like, oh god, oh no, I'm a Young Thug fan. What happened?
Oh, he's so good, man.
And then I played the crap out of Jeffrey, like, forever.
He's obviously an acquired taste. Like for him being my favorite, I also am not like you're insane if you don't like him, but he's so good. He can do so much, and like you have people like Elton John being like, no, that's like John Lennon. Like he's John Lennon. Like he's just a musical genius. Like Elton John. Like if Elton John loves you, I'm all in. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, that's very true.
Like
it was so the song that got me super into him was Hercules.
Oh yeah, Hercules is great.
But then, like Slime Season 3, I was like, these are all bangers. I don't know what to do with myself. I thought I knew my taste in music, but now I don't.
Did you like Beautiful Thugger Girls? That was last year, or I guess technically it was 2017 now.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah. No, I did.
Yeah, like relationship with Future and all. Yeah, that I think I had to sit on it for a while because I didn't want to just be reaction. I think that's my favorite Thug album. It's so good.
He had a couple bangers on that one with Future too, with the Super Slimy.
Yep. No Cat was great.
What's the other one? All the Smoke's really good. Pay Up Water, obviously. Feed the Dope was good.
What's the solo one he had on there? Like they each have one solo.
No, that was Future's.
Kill Before, I think it was called.
Solo one.
Is that what it is?
Oh yeah. No, Kill Before is just.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, so he must have that too. Yeah. Kill Before was great. That one had to grow on me, but once it did, like I love that song. Here, let's hop in the game, and I'll run a couple more.
Oh yeah. Okay. We gotta win one of these.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can feel a couple. We had that second play. If I just could have hit, it's on me tonight. If I could just hit a couple of my shots, like we might have 2 wins by now at least.
We gotta get we haven't been doing the team shots well enough. We gotta get the team chemistry going.
Love you, Javal. Hi, Maya. Maya's super attentive right now. Maya is my baby, and she's almost 2 years old. In about a month and a half, she'll be 2. She's so big. I got her when she was 13 weeks. She was only 13 pounds. So Javal also said that he agrees Pick Up the Phone is the best song, and he's going to Travis's concert in Tampa. He'll record Pick Up the Phone for you.
Yo! All right, bet. Send it to me.
All right, so DJ, I'm not going to say the second part of your name, pal. DJ asked, does Adam Humphries? So I'm gonna make this a 2-part question. He asked, does Adam Humphries have a fantasy football relevant role next year, or is he a better real life football player? And I'm gonna ask, do you think Adam Humphries is back with the Bucs? Because I kind of want the Patriots to be looking at him.
Oh wow. No, good question. Good question here. If he is with the Bucs. If he is with the Bucs, I don't think that he has a lot of fantasy football value, just because you never know with Adam Humphries. There's for sure going to be 3 guys ahead of him on the pecking order with Mike Evans, O.J. Howard, and Chris Godwin, and then you throw in who are you going to throw in Cam Brate or Adam Humphries in there, and it's just, that's a good way to phrase that. He's a much better football player in real life that you would like to have on your football team than you would like to have on your fantasy football team.
We got a handful of guys here.
Oh yeah, we do. No, it's a hot drop for sure. I'm in the back.
All right, I'm gonna go. I don't think there's a chest up here.
Oh, you're going woods? Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's a chest up here, but I kind of screwed myself. Nope, there is. All right, perfect.
Behind me, I think.
Yep, I can push. I got a SMG. He's pushing over to me, actually.
Okay.
I don't think he has a gun. I'm gonna take this slow. Yeah, he definitely doesn't. All right, knocked him. He didn't have a gun. Didn't touch me either. More shots? Oh, nice. Still more shots? Yeah, I'm a big Adam Humphries fan. He's still super young too. Like, if the Patriots are kind of need to use Edelman more outside next year, he's at the doorway.
Oh, yeah,
I beamed him. There's another one behind him, in between the house and that little area. I'm running out of ammo. I'm gonna push into the house. Yeah, I had him weak 2-ish. I'm gonna push into the house. Oh, I think there's two in here. Just eliminated one.
Nice.
They just eliminated one.
Oh no!
I got you. You good?
Good, nice.
I got bandages for you. If you don't have any. Alright, I think that should be just about everyone. There's green SMGs over here. If you need one.
Okay. Yeah,
alright, that was a solid start.
Whether or not Humphries is going to be back with the Bucks, because I think that they would want him back, but like he was asking for near like $7-8 million a year, and they're just not going to pay a wide receiver for that. Like the Bucks aren't. You know, he'd be higher for a different team. So you're
especially like Arians, Arians loves going vertical too. Like the slot receiver has a role for him, but it's definitely not a primary one. Right. Even if Adam Humphries was the best receiver on the team.
Right.
So yeah,
I think Humphries will be able to make more money and be utilized better on a different football team. So that's kind of my answer to that.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I don't know especially if he's getting up towards 7-8 million. I don't know if the Patriots will swing it, but I think he would be a great fit here if they got you can't assume, unfortunately, anything about Josh Gordon being a factor next year, which means and unless they can replace Gronk at tight end, they're probably gonna need Edelman to be more of a vertical guy, a little bit. Obviously not like a deep threat, but kind of like those deep crossers, deep ins, deep outs that he's so good at running. They're going to need that a lot more from him.
I'm super sad that Josh Gordon doesn't get to play Super Bowl.
It kills me, man. Ever since the news broke of him, I've worn my job. So when they traded for him, I told everyone pretty much, like, all I need is him to do one thing, and I'm buying at least a knockoff jersey. And so I went. He scored a touchdown on Thursday night against Indy, and he mossed a guy to do it. And I was like, that's it. And I went to the pro shop, and they didn't have a jersey for him yet. So I was like, I'm not going to wait for him to get one. I went on DHgate, shouts the plug, and got a Josh Gordon jersey and Josh Gordon Patriots jersey. And it ended up being the best knockoff that I've ever gotten. You have to be real close up to tell, and it fits me perfectly.
That is amazing.
So since the news came out, I've rocked it every single week, and they're undefeated since. So I'm trying not to jinx that with one more to go, but it'll definitely be being worn on Sunday night. And they already said that he'll be getting a ring if they win. So
for sure, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, it's a sad situation. And they haven't ruled out a return, but I honestly, as much as I love him, the player, I hope that he kind of gets his life right and then just focuses on living his life at this point.
For sure.
I don't think football should be a focus anymore, but unfortunately, but it was just so much fun to have him on the team for 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So good. But yeah, where you can't count on him, Edelman will probably be used more how he's been used lately, outside receiver. And I think Adam Humphries would complement that really well, the way that a supercharged version of Danny Amendola, because they were always monitoring Dola's health while he was here. So if you can get someone like that out of the slot who you don't have to worry about, I think he would be a monster here. And of course, white slot receiver, he's just automatically good in New England.
Yeah, it's a narrative. It's superpower, if you will.
DJ, I appreciate you. It was definitely not. I'm not judging you for the name, but I didn't want to read that out on stream. He said I really need to change my username. Ironically, it has nothing to do with the religion. So I definitely just didn't want to read it out. But I appreciate you for watching and asking and hitting all the follow. Adam Humphries, Andy Isabella, and Braxton Berrios next year in New England. Javal said.
Bro, it's gonna be unbelievable.
Just all the white slot guys.
You truly can't cover all of them.
What do you think? Do you have opinions on Phil Dorsett?
I like Phil Dorsett coming out of Miami, but like when you bounce around this much, I don't know how much faith I have in you that you're gonna like stick in the league where you should, because like I thought Indianapolis made sense for Phil Dorsett, because he was kind of like that T.Y. mold, and they could mirror that role on either side of the field, or perhaps make him a decoy or something like that. So I thought he was going to work out there, and then, kid's in front of me, 175.
Oh, yeah, that's him. I don't think they see me yet.
Wow,
what is this bloom? All right. My God. I was right on his face and just didn't touch him for about 6 bullets.
Lord have mercy, do I suck.
Nah, you're good.
I don't like this. I don't like this AK, dude. I don't know if do you like the AK?
I only have a gray AR, but I'll swap with you if you like it. So I have a love-hate relationship with it because it's so powerful, but you really just gotta treat it like a semi-automatic. You can't even get like 3 straight shots in, and then your bloom is just done. Yeah. But if you're getting that first shot accuracy, you're getting like 40 body, 90 headshots with it, and it's insane. And people who are really good with it are the most aggravating people to play right now, because they can just get you weak so quickly.
I haven't played in like a month, but last time I did, I was sniping fools with this hunting rifle. So
nice. I love sniping. I'd have a sniper as much as possible.
You ever played? Did you ever play Battlefield?
I did, and I was so bad at it that I resorted to only sniping, and I got pretty decent at sniping, even though everyone hates snipers in that game.
Okay, so I was fine at like every class in the game, but like I just loved sniping so much that I sniped all the time, and I actually played with like Michael Kiss and Mark Schofield a little bit, and they'd always be like, alright, we're taking the next sector, blah blah blah, like, oh, we're running up, where's Trevor? And I'm like legitimately 8 miles back just going for the highlight reel snipes. Like,
that was the best.
You're not helping us,
Like,
I don't care.
I played Battlefield for a minimal amount of time because I forget which battle. I think there's a new one since, but the Battlefield that came out like 2 years ago, like with Black Ops 3, I liked Black Ops 3 a lot more, and I was really bad at Battlefield, so I only played it for a little bit. But I don't remember like the maps, but there was this one map that was like this big open field, but there was like this one mountain that you could get to at the edge, and it was like if you went too far, you would be out of the map. But you could get like right on the edge of it, and it was like hard to tell. It was so high up. It was the perfect sniping. So I would just get up there every game, and when I died, I'd just go right back to it and just sit there scoped in looking for snipes.
Yo, you want to get this care package or not?
Yeah, let's do it. Where is it?
It's in the lake.
Oh, okay. I see it now. Okay, come now.
Sorry, not the lake, the river.
No, I know what you mean. Oh my God, I'm a dummy. I just took fall damage. I was looking at the chat and ran right off the edge.
God damn it, chat.
But yeah, but back to Dorsett. So I and Ryan Jackson, a buddy of mine, who we're both huge Dorsett fans. Pop that med kit, and I'll pop the
okay.
And I'll pop the full shield. But so we are huge Dorsett fans because he even in New England he was underutilized, but I have a Rift to go if we ever need it, by the way.
Perfect.
He was super underutilized, but he is just so consistent. So Philip Dorsett never dropped a catchable pass this year, and 13% of his catches were touchdowns.
See, like, that's the Dorsett that I thought we were getting, like, right off the bat, and it was like, I don't know what to think of him, because he's still with New England now, correct?
Yes, yeah, he's here. Yeah, he's their second best receiver and doesn't get used that way, and it drives me nuts, but he is their second best receiver right now.
I really like Dorsett coming out, and I thought that he was going to succeed even with the Colts, and that just didn't happen, and I really haven't, to be honest, I have not caught up or kept up with him a ton, just because New England, they got New England's got a bunch of random dudes like Hogan and Cordell Patterson, and then you just throw Philip Dorsett in there, and then obviously Josh Gordon. And it's like basically with New England, it's always like, okay, there's Gronk and Edelman and some other
everyone
dudes that catch some passes. So that was always kind of like my thought. But I mean, that's good to hear that he's having kind of, I guess, the relative like market value success that he would.
If you can get a prop bet on a Philip Dorsett touchdown in the Super Bowl, I would put some money on it because I think that's pretty much a lock.
Right, there we go.
So I hope he stays, A, because I love him, and B, because so the Colts pretty much saw his speed and was like, oh, you're a deep threat, even though he's not a deep threat. He's like, he can win deep with his speed, but he's a short to intermediate receiver who needed some polishing in his route running, but he just wasn't. That's not how he won, was deep. And people see that speed, and I mean, John Ross kind of got labeled the same way too. They see the speed, and it's automatically like, oh, you're a deep threat. But they aren't. Right. They're short to intermediate receivers that win with their speed and quickness in those ways. And the Patriots saw that, and they've used him that way, and they haven't used him a ton. Oh, there's a guy right in front of us. Oh my God, what was that?
Oh, I'm dead. Sick.
He had a med kit and a slurp here for you. You can get back.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, okay. Perfect. Here, actually, you use the med kit. I'm going to pop the slurp, and then you can grab mushrooms.
Yeah, I'm doing that.
But yeah, the Patriots used him exactly how he needed to be used. They use him on kind of like intermediate outside routes where they don't.
That was the thing with Deshaun Jackson, dude. Like, the Bucs just did not use Deshaun Jackson on short and intermediate. They just sent him long, and it didn't make any sense because when Deshaun got signed by the Buccaneers, with help from Mark Schofield, he did a little
do you need mats?
Deshaun Jackson. No, I got 99 wood.
All right, perfect. I got a ton.
We highlighted the fact that, you don't have to send Deshaun long to get the most out of him. And, in fact, if you use him in shorter or intermediate areas, that's actually where he has the most success because he's so explosive and smooth in how he uses his speed. And the Bucs just never consistently used him in the short areas. It was basically just like, all right, Jameis, you got to hit Deshaun long, or he's that was a really awful way to do that.
I was just taking out snowmen, making sure there wasn't anyone inside them. Yeah, I mean, obviously you don't want to say like speed is bad, but in the wrong hands, people can definitely misuse speedier receivers.
It, or actually under.
Underthink it for sure.
Put it.
I'm gonna cross over to this mountain over here.
All right, I'm right behind you.
But yeah, and the Patriots have used him on like outside routes, like curls and comebackers and just outbreaking routes where he doesn't have to like win contested catches, but he is using his quickness to gain separation, and he has the ability to make tough catches while he's getting hit, and make the sideline catch. Like he's good, and I think he got used little enough that his stock's not really going to be there in free agency. So I'm hoping he's back and in a bigger role next year. And Ryan just mentioned like Cordell Patterson, like that's literally all Bill Belichick's reign has been, is not being an idiot. While most of the rest of the league is idiots, because he says, okay, what can this guy do? I'm going to use him like that, and it works. Shockingly,
it amazes me, dude. Like how many coaches, for whatever reason, are stubborn or overthink or just are prideful.
Shots in front of us
or something. Oh yeah, I see that.
Shots to our left, to at the gas station over here. And then I think they're up on the mountain, too.
Yeah, I see those kids. Oh, no, they're shooting each other.
Yeah.
Got him.
Oh,
no! I hit the ATV in front
of him. Oh, no.
No.
I have a hand cannon, but obviously without the scope, it's not like a super ranged weapon. So I'm going to try to get a couple of these shots off here. Nope, I hit the ATV, too. Unreal.
God damn.
Alright, I probably would just let them fight. 179 meter snipe, Jesus.
Oh, damn.
What is more likely? The Browns draft a #1 type wide receiver, or they go after the lackluster free agency pool? This is basically a question on whether Landry can be a #1 or not.
I mean, I'm a big fan of Jarvis Landry, but I'm also honest where I say, like, you know, surround him with other wide receivers, and he can be, like, a fantastic, like, wide receiver, too. I'm not over here saying that Landry's wide receiver 1, so I guess I would say it's more likely that they draft a wide receiver to complement him, because the second round and third rounds are really rich this year for wide receivers, and I think you can get a really good guy, especially for a guy that, you know, say like a J.J. Arcega-Whiteside from Stanford, a guy with a big body who would be a complement to a guy who wins horizontally, laterally, in different spots in the slot, in the shorter intermediate.
I still have that rift if we get in trouble, so if we start getting beamed, I'm just going to pop it, and we can go up on the mountain.
Okay, where are you? Oh, I'm right behind you. Okay.
But I'm going to try to hang on to it for now.
All right.
How much AR ammo do you
have? 400.
Can I get like half of it? I don't have a lot. Yeah. I don't need like a full half. There you go. Perfect. Thank you.
You dropping in on us?
Oh. Where?
Oh, right in front of me.
Oh, Jesus, yep. Oh, no.
Ooh, I got shotgun twice. Oh, no, I'm dead. Yeah, savage.
Alright. I'm gonna play this slow and...
You survived.
Yeah, I'll pop the rift if I get in trouble. There's 2 guys behind waiting to snipe me too. And there's people over there. I think I know where everyone left is. There's 2 right there, 1 in front of me, 2 over there, and then 1 down there. So that's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm 7. Yeah, so that's everyone. I'm just gonna chill, and I'll probably have to pop this rift. So yeah, there's 2. They killed that kid. I'm 1, he's 1, and then the 2 up there. Those 2 don't look very good. The 2 to my left look pretty good. Oh, and there's that.
Oh, damn. Nice, dude.
Alright, please tell me they had something. Didn't have any heals though. Oh man. Oh no, I dropped the rocket launcher.
Yeah, no heals? What?
Yeah, this isn't a great situation. I'm gonna have to play this slow and try to get them fighting each other and then third party it. Just take a circle and let them fight each other. Hopefully they can break all this down. They definitely all know I'm here. I just lost where it was. Alright, one of them died.
He's going for it. He's going for it. Trap, nice. Oh, the kid peeked out. You see him?
Yeah, there's one there, one there. I don't know where the 4th kid is. They have to come to me.
Oh yeah, that kid's an idiot.
Oh, he's over here.
He's to your left. Oh, use your rift. Use your rift.
Yeah. I just wanna... I need them to fight each other. And then as soon as they do, I can drop down. Here we go. Oh man, he killed that dude too quickly.
There he is, right in front of you.
Let's go.
There you go, dude.
Let's go. Let's go, chat.
Nice.
I think that's the first Fortnite win since we've been doing this. Let's go, chat. Clip that. Clip that. 8 kills, 9 kills total. Let's go.
Shit, dude.
I knew we had the win in us. Ah.
That's gonna be the last one. I don't get off like immediately, but that's going in.
Yeah, no, yeah, that was perfect. We're pushing right up on 8 o'clock, so we'll finish up with a couple more questions. That was perfect. Perfect way to go out.
All right, I'll get in the lobby.
All right, perfect. Let's go. Maya likes it too, huh, Maya? Let's go. That was good. All right. So let's see. So we were talking Browns with the number 1 wide receiver type. You said you think they're going to draft one, or they're more likely to draft one than free agency.
Yeah, I think it makes more sense for them to draft one, especially looking at like what the Browns are trying to do. They're trying to be more of a young team, an up and coming team, and so I think it makes a little bit more sense, especially since you're going to be able to get a wide receiver. I don't think they're picking a wide receiver. What do they pick, like 17 or something?
17 sounds right,
they're
yeah.
picking a wide receiver there necessarily, unless the board really screws them over. But I do think they'll get a really good one on day 2. I think they'll be able to, grease their passing attack big time on day 2.
I know you're a Florida guy. Do you think Callaway can be that kind of guy, or do you think he's more of a number 2?
No, I don't think Callaway could be a number 1. But like, for example, if you have, like, let's just say the Browns get a guy like Hakeem Butler from Iowa State or J.J. Arcega-Whiteside from Stanford. If you get one of those guys and plug them on the outside, you put Callaway on the outside, and then you put like Jarvis Landry in the middle or something like that, then you kind of have a complete attack to where you're making the defense stay honest about the entire field, like deep, intermediate, short, and so you're making it. Then if you have a pass catching battle, like if you're sending Nick Chubb out, or you have a tight end that goes out with Njoku, we know he can get vertical, and so I think that something like that, like one of those 2 guys on day 2 for the Browns, kind of makes a lot of sense and starts to really complete everything that they might want to do with their passing attack.
The chat just updated and I lost it. With Brian Cushing joining the Texans staff, over under on PED suspensions, I'm thinking at least 5.
Brian Cushing is the most insane human being I've ever seen.
So insane.
The mic'd up with him is like, that's the one where he headbutts the dude without a helmet, and he's mic'd up for that game.
Yep.
And it's just like, bro, what do you do? And it's like there's blood like pouring out of his face, and he like goes back in the game, and he's like, yeah, I'm good. So, I'm thinking over/under's got to be at least 2.5 on dudes doing steroids. I think Jadeveon Clowney's gonna get in on there. You know, who else gonna get on there? Who's gonna be a sleeper who gets in on there?
I'm gonna go Bernardrick McKinney. He's already kind of a bigger guy, linebacker. Brian Cushing's gonna be talking to him.
They're gonna have Deshaun Watson do PEDs so he can look just like Cam Newton. So.
Yeah, exactly. All right, guys. So we're pushing up on the end of it. I'm gonna take any last calls for questions. Scareth, who is the best NFL Fortnite player? I have no clue.
I don't know. That's why, like, this is a really cool concept, and like Draft Network, some guys over there, we were talking about doing something like this too, and hopefully we'll be able to link up with you and do a lot more of these kinds of things, because I'd love to start, like playing with guys like that, figuring out who some gamers are in the NFL. I
know Mike Evans is a big Fortnite fan, right?
Mike Evans is a big Fortnite fan. Who's big on the... Evans played a lot of Fortnite. They had some depth dudes that played Fortnite quite a bit, like in training camp and everything. So I mean, like, the game is alive and well. Plenty of people play it.
Yeah, big time.
That was actually Evans. Evans said that because he signed his big contract last summer.
Yep.
And when we're at the podium, it's kind of like, hey, where were you when you found out the news that the deal got signed and all that stuff? And he's like, I was just playing Fortnite in my man cave. I think I had just got finished getting the dub, and I was like, all right, this guy's the king.
Yeah, I love Mike Evans. All right, so while we get that last stream in, why don't you go ahead and plug all the stuff that you've been working on again one more time?
Sure, man. Doing a lot more stuff right now over at thedraftnetwork.com. We're covering the NFL draft and all 32 teams kind of as they go into the off season. really like nobody else is. I mean, we've got over 500 scouting profiles of prospects and a 500 player database with all kinds of guys that, whether it's first round, second round, or anywhere on day 3, maybe even undrafted free agents that your team might be picking up. We've got so many scouting reports on so many different guys. You know, like I said earlier in the stream, late February, we're going to be having a build your own big board kind of machine go out, a mock draft machine. So if you ever want to do a mock draft or kind of show your friends how smart you are with the NFL draft, we're going to give you those tools to be able to do that. And then obviously for Tampa Bay Buccaneers as well, doing a lot of stuff over at PeterReport.com, and those are the main ones. And then if you're into podcasts, Locked On NFL Draft Podcast, we do, myself, my co-host John Ledyard, we do that 5 days a week. We try to have a lot of fun with it because anytime you do a show 5 days a week, you really have to. So we talk the draft, we talk the NFL landscape, but we touch on everything. You know, we touch on everything that's going to impact all of these teams with kind of a draft-centered focus. But we have a lot of fun with it there too.
Yeah, and if you guys aren't following Trevor, I would imagine anyone in here is following Trevor already. But if you aren't following him on Twitter at Tampa Bay Trey, great follow, great content. Just check out any work of his that you can. Are you doing the cover 3 again this year? Is that still the plan?
I am. Yeah. I just I had one come out today that was kind of overlooking the free agency landscape as a whole. It ended up being like 4,500 words or something. So I go pretty into depth into the free agent market and what could be available. It's kind of Buck centric just because it's on Peter Report, but anybody can really read it and look at some of the names of the free agent guys. And I take some market value cracks to what they might be commanding and the money and who might be on the move and all that kinds of stuff. So yeah, I'm doing that as well.
Yeah, cover 3 has always been one of my favorite things to read.
I appreciate it, man.
And then, all right, so I'm gonna go. I have like 3 more questions I want to ask you. Non-football, 1 football, 2 non-football, but I'm gonna go rapid fire through the chat too. So is Tyrell Williams good enough to be an NFL team's number 1, or is he more of a high-end number 2?
No, I wouldn't say a number 1. I would say that he'd be a high-end number 2.
I agree. Are you a fantasy player?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Okay.
I was in like 8 leagues this year, so yes. Very much
all right, perfect. So PPR keeper league. Who does Javal not keep between? So he keep 2 of these in a PPR league. Tariq Cohen, Aaron Jones, Nick Chubb. I think Nick Chubb's the obvious one. It's Aaron Jones versus Tariq Cohen.
I would pick Aaron Jones.
Yeah, I think so too.
And Nick Chubb, obviously. Yes. So those would be my 2.
Yeah, so Nick Chubb, Aaron Jones. Okay, I have 3 more questions for you. One's kind of a statement, so we'll start with there. You tweeted about the A Star Is Born soundtrack the other night.
Yes.
A Star Is Born was a phenomenal movie. Probably my favorite movie that I saw last year, up there. Did you see Bad Times at the El Royale?
I didn't see that yet.
You didn't?
No, is it good?
I liked it a lot. I'm a bad person to be giving the recommendation from because I loved it. I think it's gotten like good, not great reviews, but I think the more that I own it now, I think the more that I've watched it, the more that I've really liked it. And it's the style movie that I like a lot too. I don't think even if it was bad, I don't think there was any way I was walking away from that not liking it.
Okay.
But like John Hamm is really great in it. Chris Hemsworth is awesome in it. It's good. It's worth a watch.
It's so weird seeing Chris Hemsworth go from like having the body that he had when he shot for Thor to what he does like now, and I'm like, you're like half the human you used to be. It's crazy.
I don't want to spoil them. I can't remember going into it if like who Chris Hemsworth was in the movie was like known, so I don't want to spoil it if not. But he plays it so well. He was probably my favorite part of the movie. I was kind of surprised he didn't get nominated for like a supporting actor at the Oscars. But yeah, between those 2 movies, that and A Star Is Born, were my favorite movies last year. So my complaint is when you were listing off all the bangers that the Star Is Born soundtrack has, you did not mention Is That Alright, which is the best song on the soundtrack.
I had someone immediately tweet at me that I forgot that song, and I went back and listened to it, and I was like, God, you're right.
It's so good. It's so good. As Karis just said, great music in El Royale too, which I 100% agree. It's obviously not like a musical like A Star Is Born is, or like music isn't used that way, but they use music so well, and it like every song they use sets the tone so well. So I'm just going to talk to him real quick because I talk about this movie every chance I get. As Kareth, so in that scene where you first meet Chris Hemsworth and they're walking through the field, that song was used so well, and I think about that scene all the time. But I want to get you out of here, Trevor. So what is your favorite song off the Star Is Born soundtrack, if you had to pick one?
All right, hold on. We're going to pull it up just so I do it justice. I can't forget one. I was actually debating this as I was writing that tweet.
Mm-hmm.
So yours is that all right?
Is that all right? One? And then why am I spacing on the name right now?
I would say that. Oh man, maybe it's time, or
maybe it's time's good,
or always remember us this way.
Thank you. That's what I was thinking of. Those are my top two. Is always remember us this way, and is that all right? It's so good.
Dude.
It's so good.
Slaps.
And obviously, gotta give respect to Shallow and why am I spacing on all the names right now? The ending song.
Yes. I'll Never Love Again. Is the ending one.
Yep. Just all the Levian Rose. That was the scene that had me all in when she started singing Levian Rose in the movie.
Right?
It's so good.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good.
Lady Gaga's my girl. So
yeah.
I had to see the movie just for Lady Gaga, and then it ended up being, like you said, one of my favorite movies that I watched last year.
Yeah.
2018 was it felt like it was super long for movies, but that movie, Black Panther, obviously Avengers, and then I'm not a scary movie fan at all, but I watched A Quiet Place and it was dope.
Oh, I liked A Quiet Place. I got to see that in theaters, and I think that made me like it so much more than I would have liked it anyway. But I think that in theaters, where it was so incredibly quiet in there, it just took it to another level.
I was terrified the whole time. I hate scary movies.
Yeah, me too.
But,
me too.
Myself and my roommate were we got to go see it, and I was like, all right, fine.
After Get Out, I've kind of been for it because Get Out was so good too, and that wasn't super scary. It was more like a horror.
Right.
But after that kind of intense type movie, I've been trying to force myself into them a little more because Get Out was so good. And A Quiet Place was a good one. So my second question, you and I are both big Chipotle fans. What's your go-to order?
Oh man, I've been kind of a purist lately, but if I had to build perfect bowl, we're going well obviously burrito bowl. That's that's gotta be. So it's bowl. We go extra white rice, so you get an extra scoop of white rice because it doesn't cost anything. All right.
Okay, I respect it.
Financially smart here.
Yep.
Double.
And that's a move you can only do with the bowl because if you do that in the burrito, it's ripping.
It's ripping 100%. You gotta be smart about it. Double meat always. I usually go double steak, but sometimes I'll go steak and chicken.
Yep, steak and chicken's the low key move that people don't think of enough.
100%. All right, so I'll give it to you like this. So normally it's double rice, double steak, and then just cheese on it, and I normally skip everything else, but then I always go chips, guac, and the hot salsa in a little cup on the side. That's my play.
All right, I respect it. So mine is I know that the bowl is a better bargain or a better deal. You get more through it, but I love burritos so much, so it is so hard for me to actually order the bowl.
Fair. I won't hate against it.
I go burrito, white rice, no beans. I respect the no beans play from you.
There you go.
I've been trying to scale it down to just chicken lately, but steak and chicken's the go-to. If I want that perfect burrito, it's steak and chicken.
Yes.
The mild salsa that's basically just pico de gallo. And then I've never been a sour cream fan, but I've been going I tell them very little sour cream. So you just get that little taste in there, and then guac and cheese. And it's been great. I just moved into my own apartment back in November, and there's a Chipotle literally 2 seconds down the road. It's great.
That's a pretty solid order. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah. All right, and then that was question 2. So last question, and then I'll let you get out of here. So you are an NFL GM. You are picking in X spot, but it is any spot, but it's your turn to pick. Right now, you're blank team. Not just who's the best player, but you say I need this guy on my team. The pound the table guy. Who is that for you right now?
Anybody from the class.
Anyone from the class. So it doesn't have to be who's your number one player in the class, because if you were building a team, obviously you want the best player. But pretend you have the framework of a team already, and you just need that guy that is going to work out right now. that is your guy.
I'm going to go totally outside the box because I could easily say Nick Bosa or Quinnen Williams, and like that would be the correct answer. But I'm going to say Josh Jacobs.
Okay, I respect it.
Because he, like, everything I saw from this dude, the strength, the build, the toughness, the attitude, the blocking, the receiving, like, I would love to have Josh Jacobs on my football team. So I could go with a couple of different guys. Obviously, there's probably more talented dudes that'll go at more important positions, but I love Josh Jacobs a lot, man. So I would cave for Josh Jacobs.
Yeah, see, that was the perfect type of answer that I was looking for. Because obviously, like, if you're saying I'm starting a team, I just need the best player, like Nick Bosa, Quinnen Williams, even like Ed Oliver, Josh Allen, like or if you want to go QB, like there's respectable answers. But that's exactly what I was looking for, just that guy that you need on your team. Yep. Trevor, this was a ton of fun. I hope we can do it again sometime soon. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, man, I really enjoyed it. We finally got the dub at the end, which is a good way to cap it off, which means I'll definitely be back since we got a dub. If we didn't get a dub, I don't know if I'd be back. So, it was a good thing we pulled it out there.
It's tough but fair. I had to clutch it to get the content in the future. I respect it.
It was good. You had to do it for your own stream. No, man, this is a lot of fun. Let's do it again real soon.
Thank you, guys. And guys, if you're not following again, one more time, the Draft Network, Pewter Report, the Locked On Draft podcast on Twitter at Tampa Bay Trey. Trevor, thanks so much, man.
Yeah, all right, brother. I'll talk to you later.
All right. Have a good night, bud. All right, guys. Again, shout out to Trevor. That was a ton of fun. We got that dub. We got a second place finish. That team chemistry started building. If we can get Trevor on again, I think we're gonna have a lot more dubs in the future. You guys were great tonight. A ton of content, a ton of viewers, a ton of followers, a ton of questions. You guys were awesome. This was a ton of fun. I'll be back on Thursday. I don't have a guest lined up yet. I'm working on it. I was hoping to get a Patriots guy in here that just ended up being a little too busy. I kind of dropped the ball on that one, waited a little too long to get in his ear because he's a busy man. But I'm going to figure something out. Hopefully we can get a guest. That will be a very heavy Super Bowl stream, as it'll be the last one before the actual Super Bowl. It's we're starting to get there. Last game of the year, biggest game of the year. Thank you all for watching. One more time, if you're not following, go ahead and hit that follow button in the top right corner. Following me is how we grow the stream. The more followers we have, the more viewers we have, the more visible we are on Twitch. And it's like I've used it every single time. It's like a snowball rolling downhill. You get that going a little bit, and it's slow at the start, and then as it picks up and gets bigger, the steam picks up. It gets faster and faster and faster. So the more followers we have, that's my goal every single night. End the stream with more followers than we started with, and we did that tonight. So I appreciate all of you guys. I will be back on Thursday. Once I figure out a guest, I will be letting you guys know. Just checking the chat one more time. War Crimes. Speaking of Quiet Place, Bird Box is pretty damn good on Netflix. I did enjoy Bird Box as well. White Rice, yuck, you're insane, Javal. Love you though. Thank you guys all for watching, and we will be back on Thursday.